Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can. Thanks for
Yes, sir.
hopping on.
All good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to episode number 148 of the Bloods Take. I'm here with Delaware State football player Cameron Wright, and I'm excited to have him on to talk about his journey that made him the person he is today and much more. So, welcome.
Sir, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yep. Uh, so, how did your recruiting process start during your high school days?
High school. So I went to Antioch High in Northern California in the Bay Area, East Bay. Um, I came in as a freshman. I was about 5'9", 160. And at that time, my confidence was pretty low. I won't lie, because I was a heavy set kid growing up. So as I got into high school, I had just started to lean out and get slim, but I didn't really have confidence in myself as a skill player or anything. So I was already playing linebacker, but my coach, I remember the first day of workouts, he asked me about playing running back, and I was like I'm good, coach. I don't play offense. Like if I play offense, I'm a blocker. Like I don't run the ball. So but he wanted me to try it out. But my confidence was so low when it was time to pick numbers. Like I purposely picked a number that would make me ineligible to be a ball carrier. Like it was that bad. Just growing up, like you know how kids are. I had a lot of people in my ear telling me like, "Oh, I'm too slow. I'm this. I'm that." You know what I'm saying? So I let that get to me early on. But I played on the freshman team my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, I was on junior varsity. And that off season, it was always my dream to play running back. So I was like, man, I'm just go all in this off season and just see what I could do. So me and my dad would hit the field every week. Just me and him would be grinding. Um, and I also had a personal trainer at the time as well too. Um, so yeah, season came and I was showing out. I remember like it was like the third game of the season. I had like 3 touchdowns. Um, ended up tying the game. We were supposed to lose that game, but we ended up tying that game. It was like 30-30, and that's when I kind of started to get eyes on me. So after that game, um, going into next week, the plan was to move me up to varsity the following week. Um, but I got a concussion that game, so it sat me out for a little bit, and then I ended up getting moved up, and I was playing special teams majority and getting linebacker reps in practice. And in my junior year, I had a pretty solid season. I started on varsity as a junior, and during that off season is when I began to talk to schools. My coach had me talking to a few schools. I was in contact with like Cal, Sac State, Boise State, um, Brown University, and they had kept in touch throughout the off season until COVID hit. COVID hit. That was March of 2020. That was the second half of my junior year. So once COVID hit and the transfer portal came about, it just was a different ball game. So I lost contact with everybody, and then
Hmm.
that was a rough patch for me because I went through like an identity crisis like during COVID. Like that was my first time without football, um, like ever. So it's like I was as young as 16, 17, trying to figure out who I was or what could I be without football, if it really came down to it. So I went through some mental challenges, and then going into my senior year, my entire senior year was online. Start to finish. um, and we were told we were going to get a season, then they pulled back on it, then they told us we could start working out again, and then pulled back on it. We ended up getting a five game season in the spring, um, and I was running track in the off season too, but COVID messed that up as well. So my senior year was like everybody just had to pick a sport for that spring to do. So it's like I couldn't do track and football, so I just chose football. I had a 5 season. And I had a great season. I led my conference in tackles. I was averaging like 8.9 tackles a game, I believe. Forced some fumbles and whatnot, TFLs, all that good stuff. But it's hard to get recruited off of a 5-game season in the springtime in high school, So I think all I had coming out of high school was a few D3s that wanted me that I never heard of. So went the JUCO route, and the JUCO route was becoming a little more popular around that time, especially in California. In California, we have like our own junior college association. So it's like 77 junior colleges in California, if I'm not mistaken. So Laney College in Oakland, California, had reached out to me, and it was kind of a no-brainer to just go there. I mean, my whole family's from Oakland. My dad, born and raised. My dad was also in law enforcement. He served for 30 years in Oakland. So, yeah, I just went with them for my freshman year. I had a solid season, put up some solid film. And I had a family member who took a job at the second JUCO I transferred to, Contra Costa College. So I went over there. He was a linebacker coach as well, so I went over there to play for him. And I had a pretty solid season up there. So then going through the off season, I was doing like some JUCO camps and whatnot. Just trying to get on the radar. I was trying to get noticed. I was up at San Jose State heavily. We went down to Fresno State. We went up to Sac State. We was everywhere. And I did well at those camps. So I remember in the off season too. I also in JUCO I was kind of big on not putting it all in the coach's hands to get you recruited. So I took it upon myself I had this thing I did. So it's like I would make a list of schools throughout all the conferences, all Division I's, and I would go through all my lists and I would just Google like the athletic staff directory on Google. I would get all the coaches' names, find their Twitters, and I would just spam this message thread that I had, trying to get noticed, trying to get recruited. Some rejected me, some left me on scene, some never opened it, but I was doing that like every day for months after my sophomore year, after my sophomore season. And I did get noticed. It came down to it being between Idaho University and Delaware State. I had tapped in with a coach from Idaho on Twitter, and then he actually came to San Jose State's camp. So then he seen me work out, he seen me do all my drills. And I guess he liked my performance. He was recording everything. And he caught up with me after the camp. He showed me, like, he sent it to his defensive coordinator and everything. He was like, we'll be in touch. So I think a week had went by, and then I was already talking to Delaware State. This was in 2023. I was already talking to Delaware State. And I had my official visit up here on a Wednesday. It was a Saturday, a week after the camp. And so I just hit the coach up to see where they were at with the recruiting process. And he just told me to lock it in with Dell State. Like, there was a lot of transfer portal stuff going on. So he was like, I was just locking in with Dell State. And honestly, I appreciate the genuineness that I had in that encounter with that coach, because most coaches just ghost you, It's a cold game, cutthroat business. So I definitely appreciated that. And yeah, I reported to Dell State August 1st of 2023, and I just graduated in May, and I had surgery last season, so I'm playing my senior year as a grad. Basically this year.
What are your thoughts on Deshaun Jackson with his addition to the coaching staff?
It's dope. It's dope. Honestly, it feel like a fever dream. I won't lie. Like, every day different. Especially me being from California. He's from California. He's from the LA area, but the LA to Bay love is there. You know what I'm saying? And majority of our coaching staff is from California as well. So it's like I went from being one of the only guys out here from the West Coast to now my whole coaching staff is from the West Coast. So it's like I can relate to them. I'm used to their style of coaching because that's how I was brought up. So it isn't really a big adjustment for me. He's super active with us too. Like he'll work out with us. We've had like conditioning days. We on the track. He'll run the track with us, 200s, 100s. You know, he'll be in the weight room lifting while we lifting. Like he's very present, and I can appreciate that. I could definitely. It's definitely different having a younger coach who can get there and do exactly what he's asking you to do. So it's dope. The culture is definitely changing. Yeah, I'm excited for the season. Honestly.
What are your thoughts on how the schedule is?
The schedule, I mean, it's like a job, really. I mean, it's like the higher you go, every time you reach the next level, it's like it gets a little more intense. When I first got here, it definitely was an adjustment for me. I remember like I think my first fall camp, man, we had 3 p.m. practice. We were supposed to be in the field by 2:50, but we were up at like 6, 7 a.m. already doing meetings, weights, a bunch of other stuff, walkthroughs and stuff. Man, I tried to take a nap. Practice started at 3 o'clock. I woke up at 3:20. This was my first guy here. That was my first and last time doing that. But what I will say is you definitely have to be disciplined and hold yourself accountable and stick to like a strict routine to make sure that you're on point. Make sure your body is feeling good. Make sure your body is available. You're healthy. Getting enough sleep, hydrating, and just doing the things necessary to be able to perform day to day. But yeah, we're usually at it. Summer isn't that bad. Summer we were at it from like 7 to like 3, but a lot of the stuff is voluntary because I know there's like regulations and stuff. So, but what's it called? Fall camp to get crazy for sure. The last 2 fall camps I had, we were at it from like 6, 7 a.m. to like 9:30, 10, like almost nonstop. You might get an hour break in between, maybe throughout the whole schedule, hour and a half, maybe. But everything else is like back to back to back. But honestly, I fell in love with it though. I mean, I love football so much. It's like I don't mind it. Like I'd rather be doing this than, you know, going back to working at Walmart. You know, just like that. So I'd rather be doing this. I'd rather do what I love for 8, 9, 10 hours in a day, nonstop, than be doing something I don't want to do. So I honestly love it, to be honest.
Are you going to declare for the NFL draft once the season is done?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been my dream since a kid. I remember I told my grandmother, that God rest her soul, I was like 5 years old. I told her I was going to be a professional football player. And she believed in me too. She would always talk me up every time she seen me. She'd hype me up. I'm 5 years old, like so. It's kind of surreal to be here, and, you know, even have the opportunity to do so. Just have a chance to enter my name and something like that alone. Like, but yeah, it's definitely the plan. It's always been the plan.
What makes you a unique player on the football field?
For me, I'm a hard worker. Like, I don't mean to sound cliche, but like I don't believe in letting people outwork me. And I try to lead by example. I do my best to lead by example with that. Very vocal. I kind of like to take control of things, which is what a linebacker is supposed to do. So I kind of like to be in charge and, you know what I'm saying, be that guy that the defense can depend on. My pursuit is relentless. I want to make every tackle, and I know it's impossible, but if you watch my game, one thing you'll know about me is I'm always around the ball. It doesn't matter where it is. It could be 50 yards downfield. I'm over there. I'm gonna get there. And I get back to scrimmage ready for the next play. Yeah, I mean, I love the game, and I just play with. I feel like I play with like a different level of passion, and you can see it in my body language, and the way that I attack the ball, and the way that I attack plays, the way that I line up. Like I just feel like it's all there.
What do you like to do during your free time?
My free time, I'm big on taking care of my body. I've had my fair share of injuries, just like everybody else that's probably made it to this level. And I had surgery last year on my UCL. I tore my UCL second game of the season last year. But even before that, I was big on taking care of my body. So I would say my free time, if I could get a nap in between classes or something, I'm going to get that nap in. But make sure I stay on point and I wake up when I need to and be where I need to be. But yeah, I'm either watching film, studying my playbook, or watching something that has to do with football on YouTube. I don't really watch TV. I'm not a big gamer. So it's like I'll be on YouTube watching podcasts, anything to just keep my mind around football, what I'm trying to do. So I don't do too much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, when I'm back home, I like beach days. I love to go to the beach, but it's some cool beaches out in Delaware. But I mean, they don't hit like home, so I'm usually in the room or training, or working on my body.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and talk about your journey. And I'll definitely be following you and supporting you throughout this upcoming season. And I'll definitely stay in touch with you. And hope you have a great rest of your journey.
Yes, sir. All good. Thank you. I appreciate you for having me. It's been one of my dreams being a podcast too, as well. So I definitely appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Thanks again.
No problem. God bless.
Thanks. Have a good night.
So, thank you.